Good morning, Patriots. And I know by saying that word that starts with a P that I was just put on the watch list, that I'm probably on all of them anyway. But good morning nonetheless, and I want to start out with a little bit of history because what I'm about to tell you draws a very distinct parallel to what started the revolution, and the ATF just went there. This is a rule you haven't heard of yet. I've told everybody about the universal background check rule, where they're trying to say that if you earn a profit from your guns, if you sell your guns, or if you sell more than one within 30 days, if you bought it within 30 days, or if you sell them in new condition with, boxes that they come in and stuff like that, then you're gonna need to get an FFL, pay the government, and do background checks. So this one's much different. I want to thank the sponsors of the video. That's Blackout Coffee. Check us out, blackoutcoffee.com/GNG. I'm amped because I am drinking Brutal Awakening this morning. 23% you can save on our site-wide on our store, blackoutcoffee.com/GNG. Use code LaborDay23. Also, TriStar Trading. They're having a Labor Day sale as well. They do all the cool t-shirts that I wear. Check them out. Link is down below. Use code LABOR20. Thank you to both companies for standing by this channel. All right, I'm going to start out with some history. Let's do that. Dr. Benjamin Church. You might know his name because he was the first Surgeon General of the United States. He was a big doctor in colonial days. However, he was a spy for the Brits. Yeah, he was a loyalist. And he sent letters to General Gage, you might have heard that name before, in Boston to let him know what those pesky colonists were doing, rather than, following and obeying the crown. Well, in early 1774, in April, he sent a secret message to General Gage and said, "General, you need to know that the people in Concord have tons and tons, it was like 7 tons of gunpowder stored. They also have cannons and mortars. General, you need to be aware of this. This needs to stop." What followed was the British marching to Concord, and thus the shot heard round the world, because they were looking to disarm Americans, to take their guns, to take their powder. Jared, most of us know this. Why are you telling us this? Well, the ATF submitted a new rule that flew under my radar, and it is looking to do just that. If you store any type of explosive material, to include gunpowder, then the ATF's new proposed rule, if it were to go through, seeks to have you report your stores to the local fire department every single year. Let me show you the rule. Here is the rule. I will have a link to it down below because nobody's talking about it, and I think we should be commenting on this one. The background of the rule says Title 11 of the Organized Crime Control Act of 1970 added Chapter 40 to Title 18 of the United States Code. One purpose of Title 11 is to reduce the hazard to persons and property arising from misuse and unsafe or insecure storage of explosive materials. 1970. That's not text history tradition. So already we're dealing with something that is unconstitutional if it pertains to your gunpowder, because gunpowder is required for your Second Amendment to actually be exercised. Yet, the modern day redcoats, the ATF, they are trying to keep tabs on who has what and where it's stored, so that when they're ready to yank the chain, they know where to go. Let's check this out a little more. This is their claimed authority, and this rule would be amended to read as follows. Any person who stores explosive materials shall notify the authority having jurisdiction for fire safety in the locality in which the explosive materials are being stored, for the type of explosives, magazine capacity, and location of each site where such explosive materials are stored. Notification shall be made orally before the end of the day on which storage of the explosive materials commenced, and in writing within 48 hours of the time such storage commenced. Thereafter, written notification shall be made once every 12 months, following the initial notification, but no later than the end of the month during which the 12-month period is completed, unless the person is no longer storing explosive materials at the relevant site. When a person ceases to store explosive materials at a site, Written notification to the authority having jurisdiction for fire safety in the locality in which the explosive materials were stored shall be made within 48 hours of the person discontinuing storage. Each written notification must also contain the name, title, and agency of the fire authority official notified and the date of the written notification. A copy of each written notification must be maintained by the person submitting the notification for 5 years from the date of notification made available for examination or inspection by an ATF officer at all reasonable times. This was signed on August 11th by Merrick Garland, the Attorney General, and the commenting period is already underway. Now, there's going to be some people who are saying, Jared, you know, clickbait, clickbait. Those are the people who don't know what the hell they're talking about. The British tried to take people's guns and gunpowder. They had spies telling them who had what, so that the crown knew if things were to pop off, who the people inciting would be. You tell me how this is different. The Organized Crime Act all of a sudden needs to know if you have gunpowder and you store it at your house, and you have to keep that record for 5 years so that the ATF can check whenever they want, just knock on your door and say, hey, we're here to look at your powder. Show us. No. Guys and gals, subscribe to the channel down below if you think that the Second Amendment and our freedoms are more important than today's redcoats. I can't stand the stuff that's going on, and I need you to help me get the word out. That's 2 rules that we need to be aware of right now and people should be commenting on. And you can comment multiple times, every day. Don't wait for a form letter because those get thrown out. We have one for universal background checks to get us as close as possible. It's called engaging in the business of selling firearms. And then you have this one. You need to tell the federal government and ATF who among you crazy colonists have that gunpowder? How much do you have? Why do you have it? And you better let us know every year. Yeah, piss off. I'll see you all in the next one. Have a great day. Subscribe to this channel down below. Like the video, share it, so more people get to know what's going on, because this is where you'll find the truth every day on Guns and Gadgets. I'll see you on the next one. Take care.